Не забудь запостить, а то это... Я даже предупреждение написал. Окей. Hello, Hippocat.
Hey.
So I actually wanted, before we start with the Durance of Hate, I wanted to just take a quick recap of the previous 3 Inferno levels, just, you know, no clip, ID Clef, 3-3, and just kind of run through some of them real quick to remember if I can recall any of the... Okay, that's not even 3-1. If I can recall any of the environments and rooms. Before the last session of this, obviously we're not gonna finish today, because, you know, episode 4 still exists. For the last session I will do the thing that I wanted to do, which is replay the stuff that we've seen so far by myself, while trying to pay more attention and remember the maps a bit more, find the secrets as well, which might help memorize the maps better. And so during the last session, when we play, maybe even second to last, I don't know, episode 4 I hear is harder than the rest of them, and might take me surprisingly more time than I would have expected. Infernal Shores. And during the session after I do that, I'm gonna talk about the previous maps as we play the... Actually, that might be a bit counterproductive, but you know, if I have anything to bring up, I'm gonna bring it up at that time. And because I've been feeling like I haven't really given this award the attention, despite, you know, of course I'm playing it, but really absent-mindedly. Ashen Steps. And I feel like if I was playing by myself without streaming, or if I was recording for a Let's Play, say, or maybe if I was recording with the author like I did with the DTST. To be fair, I never contacted the authors, never suggested that. Maybe I should start doing that in the future. But I feel like I would have remembered more from what we've seen, because, like, from episode 2, the only one thing I remember is the whatchamacallit, the plants area thing. What's the place called where you, like, grow plants in a space station or some sort of space base? I forget the word. There was a map about that.
Shit.
After that.
Let me think about it. Hydroponics?
Yeah, I think. I'm pretty sure there was a map called Hydroponics or something like that. And I remember those, like, 4 areas with the ashen desert floor. Is it anywhere in this map, I wonder? And a bunch of those trees. Ah, this one, I think. I think they used this texture, this floor. Okay, Ashen Step. This, I guess, it is kind of, yeah, it's kind of Mount Erebus. I will say, though, I don't expect to fully go back on my opinion that the maps could be more distinct between each other. But I might very well have a better impression of them. By which I mean not like them more, but, you know, the impression will be more solid. That probably still means like them. You know what I mean, basically stronger. I guess stronger would be probably the best word for that. A stronger impression of them. And yeah, I guess Weeping Holes is just kind of pandemonium. But for some reason Weeping Holes. I guess there's some... Wasn't there some blood falls in here? That's honestly the only... Yeah, kind of like this here. Not a lot of even liquids on the ceiling. I mean, there's this lava on the ceiling, but that's kind of... Yeah, maybe I'll see that there's more. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be particular. This is like a nice bar here. I never pointed out how this looks like a bar. But yeah, Weeping Holes, whatever. We'll see if... I will also be noting if, like, the map names have more relevance than I thought, for example. Because I feel like in the classic game, you know, how well I remember all the levels, and I mean, apart from the levels that were not in the SNES port, to be fair, but still. And I feel like I'm doing a disservice to the WOD if I'm not even trying, or just miserably failing to approach it in the same way. Oh shit! What did I just do? Anything? No target off. Okay, no cheating. Let's reload just in case. EDT off. Alright, Endurance of Hate. Probably not gonna be black and gold like in Diablo 2. And honestly, that's one of my least favorite dungeons in Diablo 2 anyway. But it's got the House of Pain / Phobos Anomaly music. It's got green marble. So it's probably gonna be alright. Now if only this whole level was green marble, for example. Kinda, I guess honestly even Gate to Limbo was not all green marble, but it was just green marble and splotches of red here and there. Mostly themed after weird catacombs and blood-filled holes here and there. Just like one sewer system. So that is one of the strongest levels in terms of atmosphere that I've ever played in Doom. Though it might owe a bit of its atmosphere to it's just simple belonging to the actual original game and to the circumstances under which I've played it first. Anyway, so this has, I wonder how many of these entrances I've already investigated, like 3 I think, or all 4. This is kind of like Pandemonium again, but not. Pandemonium I think had these like 4 parallel entrances in the beginning. Okay, I would really enjoy having some health, but that's... I don't know, oh, there we go. I don't feel like saving a lot, though I might develop that... whatchamacallit, habit.
Habit.
Yes, exactly. Just a second late. I might develop that habit for episode 4 and Sigil. Though, now I'm even less... I guess I am kind of... YouTube keeps recommending me Civi and Icarus's vids on that. I'm not gonna watch G-Man's video. Even if you say it's not as hateful and condemning as you could have expected. Okay, I'm not gonna look into that too much because there might be something behind the vines I cannot see and it's gonna shoot me. Okay, no thank you, I kinda want that method. But that's not that big of a pressure on me. And now that you've played it, I guess who? Like Hazmati would be interested? I don't remember who said they were interested in Sigil.
Well, Hazmati is our regular Doom guy. And I suppose Money Spider.
I was thinking maybe Chain Gunner, I don't know. Chain Gunner is our also Doom guy, but he was mainly participating during ult. Though he shows up
Have you looked
now and
at
again.
Money Spider's WOD?
Oh shit, I forgot about that. No, not yet. I don't remember. Yeah, he posted it in response to my idea of maybe practicing streaming without as much commentary, trying to immerse myself, but the way he described his WOD was like, hey, I hope to see you struggle against all these arch-violence revenants. And just to myself, I guess I kind of subconsciously decided that it's not actually gonna be like atmospherically immersive so much as just challenging in terms of gameplay, so it wouldn't really be useful to me in that way. And then I forgot about it. I guess I'll play it. I'll see if I'm able to do this kind of thing with this WOD. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to blow them up now or if there's anyone gonna appear there. I guess it's kind of too tight for anyone to appear here. There might be someone. I'll wait till I need the armor too much. Yeah, I'll try with this WOD to play kind of like slowly and more immerse myself better. And depending on how well it goes for me, I will do his little WOD. I imagine it's like 1 level maybe, but I don't have anything to base that on. But by default I'm expecting 1 level. And okay, this is probably gonna be empty now. This kind of reminds me of E1 M4 here, but no blue key of course. Yeah, considering I kind of want to get done with Mortal Kombat, and I'm slightly annoyed that I didn't have time to do it last weekend, because having 3 game series at once is kind of meh. But after Deception, I'm gonna, as I said, I'm gonna take a pause before Armageddon and Shaolin Monks until I return to the full Mortal Kombat excitement. And of course Witcher 3 might end and my Doom list is gonna dry out. Then we'll start thinking about Brigand Oaxaca or Oaxaca, whichever it was. I don't know where to put that GOG shooter that I bought yesterday in all of this. Okay, there's the yellow door. Is this any sort of door? Blue? No, not even. In the beginning there was nothing else, I don't think. Actually, no, there was a door. No, it's not a door, it's a window. Okay, so in the beginning there's nothing here. That armor bit. I guess I can go from the side, I can look at it, but I cannot take it. Alright, yellow door and this window here into nothing. Actually, it appears to be safe. This is actually a corpse on a pike, not a dude. But there's no one there to shoot, so whatever. Why is there a techno wall separating this? It's not even a full techno wall, I don't know. It's weird to have techno lamps outside of Pandemonium or Pandemonium inspired levels. Though I might not have paid enough attention during Doom 1 Hell, because I feel like House of Pain also had futuristic tech-based elements to it. Okay, red door, and I hear specters. I'm gonna deal with them immediately. Also, I am particularly excited about Sigil for the reasons that apparently there is ammo starvation, and you have good reasons to, you know, ignore barons sometimes and not waste shotguns on them and stuff like that, because that is secretly how I always wanted to play. Though in this one, for example,
I don't think there's like much ammo starvation.
maybe
If
you're
you're a
just
greedy
better.
bastard like me. Like
Yeah,
punch pinkies and
well,
chainsaw whoever you can chainsaw, that kind of stuff, then you are not gonna run out of ammo.
fair enough. I mean, in Doom, honestly, like, you always have infighting, and if you're really pressed, you can always make everyone infight. I'm not sure how you can ensure definite ammo starvation. Unless you just put nothing and expect people to make everyone infight it.
If anything, there's like not enough health. At least that's how it felt to me. If you don't find any secrets, because I don't think I found a single fucking secret in the entire WOD.
Cool. Well, we'll see how it turns out. Maybe if there is a reason to ignore. Also, I forgot which level. Did I? Oh, no. I read on Doom World that Sigil, I think map 6 had a secret exit.
Yes.
In this episode of Lunar Catastrophe, I don't know which level was going to have a secret exit. In the original game it was map 6. In this game, didn't all the secret exits happen? I forgot if I found the secret exit on episode 2. I feel like I did. I feel like every episode had a secret exit one level after the original placement. So it might be map 7, which would be kind of insane. Okay, I guess I don't need to take a suit and drop down in the blood. Well, I would do for a... how did I call them? I forget how I called the drugs. The green toxic waste. Okay, backward switch. Okay, before my suit runs out, let's check out the other direction. But yeah, what was I talking about? I already forgot. I imagined something about Sigil. But yeah, if I can ignore barons to the benefit of just not having to shoot them with a single shotgun, because if they, for example, give you not enough rockets or plasma to kill every baron easily, that's also good enough for me. And in this... oh shit, well, there goes my suit and my trip back. Hopefully I can get back out of here other ways. Aha, other texture there. From these Louis de Funès faces. Or do you say Louis de Funès or Louis de Funès in English? I don't know. In Russian it's of course Louis de Funès.
I don't know.
Okay, fuck it, I'll take the Berserk. I don't imagine I'll return here. Ah, stepping into that. Open this little thing with the armor bonus was. Cool, I was kind of afraid I was being pressed. Okay, some bullets. I don't imagine I'll really have to come here for them, but whatever. And I guess I don't really need a suit to run around here like this. Yeah. In this world, when barons arrive, there's usually just kind of enemy spam here and there. And when I tried ignoring the barons, it was not a really good idea. Also, it's probably not intentional, but I kind of enjoy how the pipe texture is aligned on both sides with the darker couple pixels on the edge. So it gives the illusion that this like plank of wood is actually solid like 3D. That's pretty. I bet you it's not intentional at all, but it's just like a marvelous coincidence. If it's intentional,
what if it is?
If it's intentional, man, hats off. I don't know many people who do this kind of thing intentionally, especially in a classic style. What when you don't really consider. Even for shit, haha, I stopped. You know, I was kind of obsessed with lining the edges. For example, here like wood and metal. I would have, I guess, made like a sector with a wooden ceiling, a little line along the edge, and then I would start the metal ceiling and stuff like that. But now I went a little bit away from the smaller details, and I am not shying away from just corners like this one, and it honestly feels really good and looks better than I think the older versions looked. Okay, well, but yeah, I don't know, in Sigil, I guess I don't really want to ask about the enemy density, but I imagine if people are mentioning just dodging barons forever as a viable option, it's probably not like hordes of enemies. Okay, what does
Well,
this
that's
do?
a reasonable guess that I'm not going to confirm or deny.
Thank you, I would have been upset if you confirmed or denied that. Also considering there's like thin ledges advertised in there and thin pathways and everything, can't really imagine he would put too many enemies everywhere and just plug every possible passageway with them. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out, I know the yellow door is in the big open area. I'm trying to figure out, I guess I was not ever, or was I? I'm gonna have to go out there with into the room with the river access. Was not that. Was from here. Okay, so this is look like some sort of bridge or something. I guess I was never there, and I was especially never on that opposite side. I am now wondering what that timed switch does. Probably doesn't open this because this goes to the exit, unless it's a secret exit. Let me zoom out the map. I saw some change in the... Yeah, okay. One of the columns here did something. I'm pretty sure. Aha! Cool, map is useful. And unlike text and color coded map, I don't consider this to be cheating. Alright. Let's go grab the armor, I guess. Yeah. I'm gonna hope these barrels here were just kind of like in Deimos Lab, in that place where you have this like little square of acid. Yeah, acid, that's the word I was calling the waste. A square of acid, and you can run across it into a little alcove, but there's barrels immediately there. I don't remember if you can actually step into it, or if you have to just like run into the other corner of the acid, shoot the barrels, and then... Oh hey, where the... Cacos always here. These cacos I'm just gonna ignore, I'll be honest. Cannot be arsed. Just like I don't kill cacos in cages in the refinery. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, okay. No cause for panic. Is the guy gonna... Also, there was a shotgun blast. Is he ever gonna stray? I guess he isn't. Those are probably monster blocking. Can I maybe make them in fight? Probably not also. Projectile enemies outside of massive hordes are inconvenient to try to get in fighting. I guess at least Doom 1 projectile enemies. Yeah, this is actually pretty precarious because I'm not good enough to be able to tell if I'm clipping into under the ceiling with my back where I don't see. What did that open? There is something in the hole. I hope that hole doesn't start killing me. No, it doesn't, but the cacodemons are. Okay, there's a red key in there. I don't actually remember where a red door was. Okay, I guess I'm just eating cacodemon fireballs and not any shotgun blasts. Let me investigate for a red door real quick. There was nothing in the acid, either way. Ah, there are some... Were there red bars or blue bars? Red. Okay, no. Actual bars. Those sometimes are kind of annoying to do in ZDoom, or ZDoom I guess, because I always try to set it up so that if you press between them they also activate, and I am forcing the compatibility flag which checks if the switch is like vertically much higher or lower than you, and then doesn't press it, and I feel like the checks involved also consider if the switch is peeking out of the floor or if it's hidden in the floor. So those lines between the bars literally cannot work as a switch. Wait, I closed this. Did it open something else? Literally cannot work as a switch if they are not protruding somewhere in some way. Ah, there is shotguns. Yeah, there are a bunch of shotgunners over there. Wow, this is really interesting setup. Nah. Well, that was dumb. You know what? I think I'm gonna actually deal with the E, or they're gonna. Wow. Okay. Luckily, I mean it's not really lucky, but I was like my finger pressed halfway into the mouse button, and still I didn't kill myself with the rocket. But I, for some reason, didn't manage to switch to the plasma gun quickly enough. Okay, now though I know several things in here, and unless I get too careless with these shotgunners or something. Wow, I had 1 point of health there, real briefly. I think I should be able to get back quicker. There was this medkit here, and this whole little section. So I'm gonna funnel everyone. Hopefully people don't spawn in here. I don't remember if they spawned in there. Okay, and yeah, I have not actually been using the good guns on the Barons for some reason. I guess I've been thinking about Sigil, where I don't expect to have to do it too much. Or to be able to do it, rather. Another Baron over there? I don't see, or is it imps? They're just imps. Alright. Well, it was much quicker overall, I feel. Shotgun. I'm gonna take care of those later.
Hello, chain gunner.
Hello, chain gunner. Oh, now he appears, okay. I don't mean Shingan, I mean the Cacodemon. Who was here? Bunch of idiots. Where did I get all my health last time? I had way more. I guess there was a berserk. I found like 2 medkits, I think, and then I forgot the berserk. Also, I never went on this teleport, did I? Oh well, let's get ourselves... Ooh. Bullets. Wasn't there extra bullets? I guess it was in the... after the blood. Here. Today, I'm gonna go here first. There's gonna be a Cacodemon here that I want to kill fast. Then take all... Oh, that's just a berserk, right? But where were the bullets? There were the bullets. Take the bullets. This is open. Before the suit runs out. Quickly dive in. There is the other method, I guess. And now I'm not...
Antroid,
What?
do you have like the default YouTube chat open right now?
What do you mean default? I have live chat on my live stream page.
Well, I
Yes.
mean, you're just using this YouTube pop-up chat or whatever.
Not pop-up,
right?
but yeah, they do the normal YouTube chat, yes.
Does it also like weirdly update for you every few seconds?
No. Nothing is happening to it. I saw Chain Gunner's. I mean, I saw Chain Gunner's message when you pointed it out, but I imagine it appeared normally.
Well,
you mean
do
like
you
Oh.
see this like welcome to the chat message?
that on the top of above everything? Yes.
It is like before everything, right?
Yeah.
Well, damn. I have my chat like updating every 3 seconds or so. And that message is on the bottom.
Weird.
And I don't know why it auto updates like that, because I literally changed nothing, but it started doing that like 2 streams ago.
Oh. I was about to suggest maybe like your F5 key is stuck or some shit. I imagine that message appears when you enter the chat, so if it auto updates, it puts itself on the bottom. That's kind of logical. Alright, where was I? I guess I'm gonna kill everything this time. I'm not gonna leave anyone behind. Including these assholes. Music to my ears. I don't imagine these are gonna actually appear later and be a nuisance, but still. Alright. And I'm also going to try... Okay, they are already... No? I thought that hit the Baron. Come on, Baron. Yeah, it's definitely hitting the Baron, not the floor or anything like that.
My internet connection is 100 megabits. That's as far from slow as it gets.
I mean, actually, Hippocat, logically, there is infinity above it, but only 100 megabits
Well,
below it.
I suppose.
Nah.
There is that Google Fiber that gives you like ridiculous speed, I guess.
I'm not sure what you would use a ridiculous speed for, unless you want to download like a 50 gigabyte game in 5 minutes. All the streaming, I mean, yeah, the streaming and actually watching stuff. I guess if like you're trying to watch something in 4K, then first of all, what the fuck is wrong with you? Second of all, sure, I guess, but I can watch in 1080 without problems, for example. Most of the time. Some websites are slower and have to buffer. But those are the weird ones where like either through VPN only like Dailymotion or some BitChute shit like I don't remember BitChute. I don't think it's blocked per se, but it's pretty slow to load. Yeah, I'm gonna deal with those assholes. Baron seems to be incapable of killing the Kakos, as I am incapable of killing those guys.
Oh wait, Antroid, you still on Firefox, right?
Yes, and really
Maybe I
old.
should try another browser.
My Firefox version is like hilariously old as well. It's like 3 years out of date by now. I keep saying that I'll switch to Brave, but just never get around to it. Huh. You'd think the Baron would start being angry with me by now. Well, thanks for the distraction, Kako. Man, this is actually a really interesting setup here. Especially in this little, like, dodging the fireballs in this little corridor, because can't really, there is no space left to right. And it's even worse than normal, because, you know, normally in a tiny corridor you would still do some sort of, like, you know, sticking to the walls, making them shoot in there and then stick to the opposite wall. But in this one you don't really want to stick to the walls when the walls are open, because you will just fall in there. And when the walls are closed, they're not shooting at you anyway. So it's kind of, it works. Ah, fuck! How did this not open? What opened then? Oh, fucking hell. I see how it is. It's the door. I have to press this at the top of the crusher. Interesting. And actually it affects everything. Very interesting. Okay. I guess now that no one's shooting at me, I'm able to figure out this mechanism. I'm gonna assume the art. I don't know, that's the red key, so art might be like a secret teleporter or something. I'm gonna go approach the art. Yep! And I also do have to try that teleporter back in somewhere in the beginning. Maybe it's modified. You never know how they made it, but it's a different skull. But interesting, okay. So where was Psych and everything? Otherwise, maybe it's... You can never tell. Either it's the success of my slightly more paying attention approach, or nice lighting, also shadows from everything and stuff, or if this level is just more solid on the theme. Also, maybe it's just me, but I feel like this WOD never gets as dark as some, unless it's just my settings, because I've been trying to make stuff look dark in like shit haha in some of the areas that are like 120 or 112 brightness, and it just turns gray, like gamma is jacked up, but it's not jacked up, is it? I'm pretty sure it's not. I even lowered it since we did streaming before. Kinda wish it... I have to try literal 0 and see how that works. Because I feel like the original Doom had spaces that was just 0 brightness sometimes, or just like some ridiculous like 40, I don't know. And this would, I don't know if it's just my settings here, my exceptionally great bright monitor, or if this was just never dares to make a room darker than whatever this is, for example. And I feel like overall it could be darker. Then again, it might just be the monitor and the settings. Because, you know, here, for example, the red bricks are already browning to hell and back. And that's a good indicator that, you know, it's pretty dark. Also, I don't know if I ever particularly cared if you can go through the vines, but I definitely don't think of them the same as the big giant tree, though they might share some graphics here and there. I don't remember, haha, do I let people walk through vines too much? I don't remember where I even used them. Meh. I'm gonna actually have to look at it, because I feel like if I use them, I probably let people walk through them. I don't remember having them as blocking, like gratings and whatnot. I'll have to check if there are any places where they are passed through, because I've been noticing this sentiment actually with other people as well. I think last time I saw it was actually in the Doom World Sigil thread, funnily enough. I think Romero let you walk through vines at some point. And people were like, yeah, in the classic Doom you couldn't. This is a cool room as well. I like the columns with the skulls rising from the sandy floor and the overall height of this. Ah, this is a lift-like structure. Have to investigate the columns in case of switches. I guess they probably didn't put in any new switch textures, but they could always do the thing where you do the lower texture being separate from the upper texture and whatnot. We described this in the first session. Hi! Welcoming community. Though I will say, like, I have a weird relation. Hey, you can cross here on this little plank. I wonder if it's a secret. Ah, hi. I have a weird relationship with DooM and brightness levels in the maps in the original. Because I think it's DooM 2 that started that in me mostly. Because of the city theming, even though I don't remember those places from the city levels as much as like hell levels and whatnot. But sometimes I don't even know what exact sentiment I was thinking of expressing. Ew. Are they all possible at least? But sometimes it's very atmospheric to have pretty bright environments as well, even in hell and castles and whatnot. And I feel like the slightly surreal Doom 2 atmosphere that I remember it for, it helps achieve that. So that some of those places are just inexplicably bright. It makes it feel like some sort of, oh hi, just, you know, you're walking through some building on a normal day. Well, goodbye, I guess. I wonder if he is actually able to get off this column. Seems like he wouldn't be, because there's a gap and they cannot cross gaps. But yeah, like, you're just like, you know, in a well-lit building, and that kind of the clash of that idea and being during like a hell invasion, it produces an interesting surrealism where I feel like in Doom 2 especially it mirrors Doom Guy's attitude that is described in the texts and whatnot, where he's like given up partway through. If you remember the texts, after he sends the rest of humanity off on a ship in the Hall of Destruction, the intermission says that he like surrenders to die almost, but then he learns, God knows where, that demon portal is right nearby in his hometown, something like that. And he's like, alright, I might as well go visit. But Doom 2 overall, even the music, as someone on Doom World has once described it as mocking sounding. And dang it. And just the music, a lot of the tracks, compared to Doom 1, have this mood of like this mix of resignation and desperation, I guess, or just like this, not the despair where like, oh, I gotta do this, but I'm running out of whatever, health, ammunition, I gotta get through this. That comes with like being determined, but the desperation that comes with actually completely giving up. What are those sounds? Is there more things going back and forth? Huh. Sounds like there's a bunch of perpetual lifts behind there. They probably activated when I got closer to that whole area here. Very interesting part here as well, with the meat and the tech and the movement. I really like these kinds of places as well, especially when they're tight and weirdly shaped and not just, you know, like orthogonal corridors. And you get to go like there's height variation and not just, you know, ceilings but floors, and a lot of variation where there's passages by the ceiling, passages by the floor, all sorts of weird shapes. You know, when it feels like you got inside something that, you know, no one is ever supposed to be inside, like a mechanism or a structure. Always some of the coolest atmosphere for me. Also, kinda reminds me of my, that, whatchamacallit, not that simple, Living End from in name only, but only superficially, because, you know, flesh textures and moving parts. Also reminds me, I started once some random weird level for no reason. I think after I played Marathon, like for a couple levels of Marathon, and Marathon is this like delightfully abstract and weird. And also the levels are kind of crazy sprawling. Okay, I'm just gonna drop out of here and see if it triggers anything now. Okay.
What was your Serious Sam deathmatch map called?
Robots? Or what do you mean?
Oh, like the one that you had a Serious Sam deathmatch map, and it was like this.
Oh, Vitacoms maybe.
Probably, yeah.
In Beating Demon's Heart. Well, I prefer more abstract things, like just this like weird growth giant organism.
Well, in
Nonsensical.
DTST, there is a level where you are literally inside of a dude,
Yeah.
and then he shits you out. That was in DTST, right?
Yeah. I think that was the level where I accidentally pressed like kill everything and had to restart from some save point. I also remember the giant Minecraft lemon level. I'm still waiting for something to trigger this lift here, which might not even be a lift, but you know. But yeah, like, what was I talking about? So I really started just like a couple of rooms and corridors of a DooM map. I guess it was probably for DooM 1. It might have been inspired by Marathon or System Shock or something. Basically it was like some sort of spaceship or space station, and I used the music. Let me actually, this music track, hopefully you can hear after all the lifts. This one. Whoop! Well
done.
You know, I'm gonna do that. Did I? Dang it, I cannot see on stream far enough. How much health did I have before I killed myself by accident?
Give me a moment.
Who knew it would be this hard to...
103 health.
Well, okay, I guess I lost 3 points then. I'll take it.
But you also had 100 armor.
Well, I guess I lost that. That makes me feel better about typing in Resurrect. I hope I didn't break anything, because sometimes I think the monsters, when you die, they lose track of you, and when you press Resurrect, they don't get it back. Though I did hear some imps. But I feel like they need to see you or hear you or something. And I hope I didn't break any ambushes by doing this, because this is a way to make monsters forget about you. And then they will not walk towards teleports and whatnot, you know? I'm gonna run around punching a little bit just in case there's some sort of sound propagation system set up anywhere here for future ambushes, because you never know. I mean, even here, people already started teleporting on their own, and I'm pretty sure they didn't have conveyors in this format. So if they set up ambush universally, probably through here, like, they can't really need me to shoot somewhere else. Alright. But yeah, I was inputting id moose. For some reason it didn't start registering the cheat, and the pressing U, I have U bound the skill myself. Whoops. But yeah, so that level, pretty much I was under the... Ooh! Bitey red intestine floor. I was under the impression from some type of like really abstract space station environment from some game. Probably Marathon, I'll be honest, even though it's not really like Marathon, but you know. And I made a place inside of like tech textures, you know, those like brown computer walls. I'll point one out if we see one. And just structure-wise, it reminded me a lot of this channel area here. Maybe I'll find, maybe when I'm stopping the stream, I'm pretty sure I didn't place any monsters there. And there's pretty much just a couple rooms in there, but just to show what I'm talking about, I'm gonna open that map if I can remember what it was called. And just show that little place. Okay, this leads to one of the exits. This probably as well. I'm gonna assume I already jumped out of that window once before. That's progress, looks like. Hi. Actually, I might as well. But yeah, basically, I always find it's more atmospheric. The more weird and like... the less you feel like you belong in this place, the more atmospheric it is for me when you're going for like hell and abstract. Okay, arrow. This will trigger something. No? Before I go investigate, I mean, I might as well check this. No, it's still closed. I'm gonna go back there and see if I missed like a shootable incline in the column. Also, maybe it could be a good idea to write this up. Could very well be a switch on one of these walls. But yeah, like, just a giant organism and you just go through like random corridors and even for caves and for tech bases and whatnot, my favorite areas you tend to be like maintenance access tunnels and stuff like that.
Was that a lava ceiling, by the way?
That might have been a lava ceiling. That place had a bunch of liquid everywhere. Okay, good health. And when I think of levels, for example, of level ideas... Ooh, there's a place I've not been over there in one elevator, and also some secret looking place. How would you find this without a map? Interesting. Oh, that opened, I guess, maybe? It'd be kind of weird if that opened just because I went out of this whole maze. No, no shootables. Interestingly enough, there are no puffs on the wall when I shoot this column. Ah, that's why. I wonder if, when did that blue key baron area open then? Because I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have noticed me if it was open when I first walked by there. Anyway, I guess I should finish my thought. So basically, when I'm thinking of levels, I don't really usually tend to think of a concept of some place, but rather just an environment. So it's not going to be like a temple of this, or let's change Gunner's example, like a beating demon's heart, but rather like, okay, there's going to be a bunch of caves and cliffs, and it's going to be like natural cave environment, or it's going to be a canyon or stuff like that. I guess there's not that big a difference between the two approaches. Yeah, okay, that was easier to get in there than I thought. And the blue bars were past the teleporter. Okay, I guess that's not... and none of this is a secret exit. Man, I just ate that like a bitch. Interesting. Is there a teleporter back? Yes, there is. And I suspect that might have opened that demon face door. Yep. Eee! Fucking burn. You know, variation of this texture of the brown, that was the one I was talking about. It has slightly less.
I don't remember that texture.
Bleh, I'll point it out, I guess, if we see that exact one. But not like this particular texture, but this like style of weird just mechanism texture. It has the least out of all these, it has the least like big structures, so it's the most well
Just like a
tileable.
bunch of pipes?
Not really pipes, but like really 2 pixel wide, like these. Bunch of these, I guess, kind of. It was probably somewhere in this level. Because there's like every texture in this level. Ah. Surprisingly hard to find sometimes. Maybe in the first episode somewhere. Interesting. Oops. I almost... This one!
Ah, right. Okay.
Okay, hopefully my cheats went off. I wonder if this... if there's any difference of where I walk off. Probably not. Aims there. Nothing there. Chain gun there. Interesting. What's the name? Twisted Citadel. Well, shit. Yeah,
Apparently, if I open chat in Opera, it doesn't update like it does in Chrome.
Interesting.
It must be Chrome just being a dick. Maybe like sneakily updated or something.
Well, you know. Chrome is from Google, YouTube is from Google. They're giving themselves clicks or some shit, I don't know. Simply logical to keep updating chat, but who knows.
Maybe I have some bullshit extension. Or
I use
something.
Chrome at work, but I don't think I've ever watched a stream in it.
It didn't happen until very recently.
Well, you know
So
Google,
I
they
don't
always
think
keep
I have any shit extensions.
fucking things up on YouTube and elsewhere. Man, was so good on the SNES where this music was never reused past episode 1. And now it's like in episode 2 and episode 3. This is supposed to be a computer station track, not just hell places. It's part of why I don't like Unholy Cathedral, because I'm pretty sure this is the Unholy Cathedral map slot. Twisted Citadel. Also, it looks kinda weird that these entrances are so small and the places in them are so large. And I realize if someone made that intentionally, it would be pretty cool. But I feel like to see it not as an error or an oversight, some need some sort of strong indication that it is intentional, and I don't even honestly know how you would indicate that without any sort of hint or text. Yeah. Chain gun is great, I'm gonna go here first. Wonder what the structure of this level is gonna be, because there are no locked doors or anything in the middle. Interesting idea, Chain Gunner, for the non-Russian speaking people who might want to watch this feature. He is saying maybe this is how light reflects and refracts and whatnot in hell. Didn't we already have some sort of hell physics brief discussion at some point?
Probably.
I feel like it was about something hanging in the air. Oh, gravity. Probably gravity. Regarding that whole, you know, ending picture with the chunk of Deimos floating above hell and whatnot, I think it was that. Okay, I'm gonna injure this Cacodemon as much as I can. Come here. Or it's gonna injure itself, whatever. What the? Well, I guess it's...
You can get killed by Doomslayer if you kill yourself. Cosmic Brain.
Well, it didn't really kill itself, it just repositioned to my start.
Well, it tried. It's the thought that counts.
I wonder if I can telefrag it. The teleport, there's probably still enough space for the Baron to have... Hey, he actually escaped completely, interesting. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually lure him. Hopefully all these 4 squares take you to the same place. Shit! Good thing they can't telefrag me, or I would have been down there. I was a bit too eager. But yeah, looks like they teleported to the same place. Aha! Eat shit, bitch. Well, this is precarious looking. Super strong coal damage, but I did it! Right, I could go here on an acid trip, kind of. A bunch of medkits make me think that maybe they won't give me a suit. I'm gonna see if there's a suit like in here, or suit share, haha. No, why do I keep pressing 5 by accident? Also, nice trap. You can't even tell at the beginning that it's not the door opening. I guess sound, maybe by the sound you could tell if you're thinking real quick. Nah, I should still be using. Ah, there's 2 ammo boxes there. Okay, blood, blood, blood. Teleporter. Sneaky. Except not really that sneaky, but you know. Also, speaking of that guy whose video, I actually might not be that guy. No, it might be a different guy. No, it's a different guy. I've watched videos recently analyzing DooM stuff. I don't remember, I feel like I watched several. One of them was interesting, all the ways that the random number generator is used in DooM. It's kind of fucked up actually, how much random stuff everywhere is randomized. I recommend watching that at some point.
Antroid.
What?
Don't look at chat. Chain gunner, can you like edit your message or something?
Nah,
That's kind of a little bit of a spoiler.
I feel like I've gathered that from the Doomer thread that you every those art things like
okay,
that Romero really likes having shootable demon eyes everywhere. Okay, is the
I was
water...
gonna complain about that too, but now that I guess it's not really a spoiler
It's kind of a
because you've
gimmick.
been already spoiled. Then I'm gonna say like, there is no way I'm gonna look on these fucking sprites the same way again. Like every time I see them in your stream, I'm like, shoot that shit! Oh wait, that's not sigil.
Well, I
Right.
had some places in Shithaha where you need to shoot them, but actually in Sigil, I think from what I've seen on a couple screenshots that I accidentally saw, they were in some weird like indentation in the walls as well, not just sitting in the open.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's the exact same way I use them. In map 01, in the remade map 01 in Shithaha, but funnily enough, amusingly enough, in a section of the remade map 01 that I actually removed again and replaced, like in a double remade. No, now it's double remade. That one section is double remade, but that section that I took out, spatial awareness. There was what's that texture? I don't know how to even describe. You know, there is a texture in Doom 2, I think, mostly, with a giant like black square taking up most of its space, like a window. There is a variation that's gray, light gray, and there's a variation that has like horizontal stripes are like brown and vertical stripes are gray as well. And it's a very like pixelated noise textured, but it also is just a kind of like a window. And I just textured some, you know, some grating prison type areas where, you know, you put monsters in the sides of walls, and behind them I textured with that texture, and of course it was just flat walls, but one of them was an actual window into another black room, and there was just like art floating in there, and that was shootable. But I feel like if you notice that art, it's kind of obvious to shoot it because it's kind of hidden still. I don't know how hidden Romero's art is, and we'll see. I guess I don't really care about telefragging the shotgunners. Yeah, I nearly went into it thinking that I would push the Kakademon finally, but Kakademon just did not want to teleport. Maybe because monsters cannot telefrag monsters and the shotgunner was blocking it. Monsters cannot defeat monsters. No, they can. Monsters cannot telefrag monsters.
What was it like?
Magic must defeat
The
magic.
one who fights monsters becomes
Yeah.
a monster.
That's
Something.
completely different.
If you gaze into abyss, the abyss gazes into you.
Okay, that was scary as shit.
I don't think that quote had.
I supplied my own extra words of wisdom there. I was just referencing fucking Jackie Chan Adventures. Okay, let's
Well, I never liked that cartoon, so.
I really like that cartoon, so Uncle is the best. One every time I've said in the past, I feel like I've done this multiple times. Every time I say one more thing, it's the reference to the uncle, and of course, magic must defeat magic. But yeah, it's one of those rare, good, not Batman, not DuckTales cartoons that I like. Hello, Money
Oh,
Spider.
there's only one way to find out Money Spider.
Fuck! I should not get distracted.
Just find some abyss, gaze real hard in it, and tell us what happens.
Maybe you'll become a lost soul instead. Won't that be fun? I guess lost souls can fly. Hmm. What's the shit? I guess
And
there
then
are,
Money Spider was a zombie.
there are no Doom monsters that are just kind of shit to turn into. Because they can all either shoot some cool shit or fly. Or both. Even the Mancubus.
John Romero's head.
Ah yeah, you'll turn
Probably
into
sucks
John
to be
Romero's
that.
head. Well, that's rude to say, but sure. If it's specifically on a stick, probably does suck. Okay, so this was an ambush and a half. Interesting. Did I achieve anything by doing this? Huh! Huh! Okay, no one was here. Where did the shotgunner go? I guess whoever teleported, they might have gone like in here. I don't know if these guys came from the teleport. Someone must have gone in there. I'm kind of afraid of that shotgunner. There he is, the dickhead. Alright, I think that should be it as far as the shotgunners go. Only one teleported. Okay, so I have been only there, and already I'm suffering. Let's save. Oh no, there is a door with 3 keys in it. And I did get a key, okay. And this blood for some reason is just 3 times as dangerous as the rest of the blood in this level. Yeah, fire blue is great. But I don't mind it when it's used on like thin ledges like this floor here, for example. This structure looks cool with the arrows. Less so on green marble, and I guess whatever these just rooms of it are. Well, this looks kind of alright. Chain gunner, I think it's a meme. Probably everyone hates it, but you know, ironically liking is the same as hating. I wonder if there is any health in this section. Ugh. I'm kind of now paranoid about walking over those simple lavas. There's probably no health down here. No health for old men. Okay, fuck it then. Now this blood damaged me on both ways, I guess, so I'm gonna put away crossing there again. And ironically, well, you're crazy. It would be cool, like a weird texture, the flash textures and whatnot. If it looked like anything, it's way too blue and colorful to be like a rock that's just really heated up. It just makes zero sense as a texture. That's why I'm not a big fan. Not even the like eye gouging color scheme. I can take the eye gouging color scheme. Kind of, sort of. How much you wanna bet this is gonna raise and there's gonna be a Baron under it? Well, I've got shotgun shells to spare. Might as well kill these. Massive magic. Well, hell magic should be scary looking. Also, if it's a massive magic, it looks weird on ledges like this one. I think I only use it for, as I said like 2 times by now, for a background with like when you're going through some sort of warp or something like that. I don't ooh, ah! Really, Tila. I don't remember if I've ever shown. I guess I must have at some point shown both of the major cases where I use fire balloon shit. Haha. Also, I'm thinking we might not finish Inferno today because we've been like what, 2 levels or 1? 1. It's been an hour. It's been like what, 5, 6, 7? Probably each an hour if I play for 4, but I don't really want to stream 4 hours today. We'll see how long this level takes. And then I might just go to a couple of those things I mentioned and switch off for today. So okay, there's that, but with 9 health I'm not a big fan of the idea going there. Rocks in outdoor texture middle of bases. I don't remember it that much. Rocks in outdoor textures in the middle of bases as... The only one I can think of is this like marble ceiling here used in tech bases sometimes. Or these bricks, but those both are plausible. I guess episode 2 and 3 do weird stuff. But I like it when the weird stuff... I'm not gonna say when it makes sense, because it's kind of contradictory, but when it presents some sort of idea at least, instead of just wacky texture combinations. And then you don't think, why is this texture used here? You think, why is this material used in this building or something like that? That's really trying to be like vague there, but for example, why is this part of the tech base made out of weird marble blocks, for example, like the basic containment area question. Gravel used as a carpet, I don't remember that. I'll take your word for it. And I'm in this period in my life where I'm afraid of everything. Hey, this is Pandemonium, kind of. More upgrade Pandemonium. Also reminds me of something shit, haha. I have a mini maze, not really a maze, just a little area that's made entirely out of like walls with this texture under a sky. But I mean, it's probably quite a generic idea, I shouldn't even bother bringing it up. Why do the zombies have green hair? Has anyone ever... I imagine there's probably a thread on DooM World, someone trying to be wacky and say like, hey, let's all think about why the zombies have the green hair.
I've seen a theory that zombies have grey hair because they wash their hair in the barrels of fun.
I wonder if the Doom Eternal codex entries for the zombies are gonna mention the green hair. Flesh and frames instead of cement. I wonder how that looked. I don't remember seeing that. I might have seen it because I've watched a lot of footage from the alphas and whatnot. Probably not all of it though. I do like the cement textures. Though some people dislike them because they are a different style from most of the other textures somehow. There's like more realistic or like more whatchamacallit. Oh, I think this is supposed to be a hint of what the switch just did, but I don't remember metal bars. Fuck. Well, shit. What's down here? That's oh, I have not even been in this part of the woods. At least I got a steam pack somewhere. But yeah, this is...
Why would there be a punk concert in space?
What the hell was that? Ah, it was just a teleportation splash. It looked yellow for some reason. Reminds me of that dude from Twisted Metal 2. One of the character portraits, one of like the characters was a hobo type guy who was thinking like, not thinking, or going on like, hey, I know you're playing a game, blah blah blah, breaking the fourth wall. And I think his hair was green, like that in the picture. I only know because a gaming magazine I used to read as a kid had their little one-page article about a Russian translated Twisted Metal 2. And had all the character information screens printed there with the translated bios. Alright, I'm braving this. I braved it and I got nothing for it. Oh, this is where I... okay, that's actually where the elevators were. So I guess it leaves this place. Wait a second, is that... yeah, that's the place I completely forgot about. Shit. Now I might be slightly fucked. I shouldn't have drop down here. Maybe I can run after those and survive. Maybe this lava is gonna be super like damaging. Fuck. Because there was a suit up there, I'm pretty sure. I was going to use it for something else. But I could also use it for this. Okay, well, I mean... first of all, this is a switch? No. Second of all... woo! Okay, now I'm gonna take a teleport out, like this one. Try to not die to whoever's in here. And go back there. Hopefully this blood doesn't kill me. Oh. I have half a mind to just sit in it and see if it damages you at all. Okay, fuck that Cacodemon, I guess. That's supposed to open somehow. Why dump in there? I don't want to. What else was here? There was like some lava place in here, wasn't there? Or was it literally just this lily? And no suits in here. Where did I... oh, I had a suit. There was one suit. And I used it on that acid. Well, damn. Damn, well, wish me luck, okay. I mutated. Alright, now I guess I reloaded here, I might as well try this. There's literally nothing. I guess you could exit here, at the very least. Well, I'm not gonna reload. Fair enough that I lost that health. Now I can probably survive this. Ah, I knew it, I fucking knew it. Good secret. I always like to raise up on something and be able to shoot a switch types of secrets. Nice, cool. Also stay on the pillar that you thought was just like, you know, a lift for a power up that you lower and get the power up, but rise back on the empty lift to reveal something for yourself. That's kind of a cool secret type as well. Okay, so we got 2 of 3 keys. Interesting. I wonder if that's... yeah, that's the 1 pixel DooM glitch, or if there's actually a gap. No, it looks like there's a really thin gap for some reason between... huh, I wonder what the point of it is. Between the green pillar and the metal bar. Oh well. I'm in good shape. Okay, this time I meant to select the rocket launcher at least. Not really worth it for now. I'm gonna go there when I'm lower than 100 health at least. And fuck, well, there goes that whole idea. I hope I didn't miss a switch in that column. I have to look. Okay, no, there was no switch in that column. Well. Hello, Luis. There's way more than one guy hanging, by the way.
Hello.
Okay, bloodshed here. For some reason I like this area here, I don't know why. I'll take these bullets. I'll take these rocks. You know what I hate? When people spell rockets in Russian with the O instead of the A. Or A, I guess.
Wow, I've never seen that. I would have hated that if I would.
I've seen it a couple times here and there. I probably only on the internet. Because where else would I, but still. Also, we're fine, Luis. I mean, I'm fine. I don't want to speak for other people.
Well, I was bored, so I made the Antroid stream DooM.
Yeah, this is involuntary. But I've managed to consciously immerse myself more than I was the last stream when I just breezed through like part of episode 2, part of episode 3 without remembering any of it. Okay, now we remember there's our bars. We did open some bars with some switch somewhere, but I was way back and I probably didn't notice where those bars were. Forced. Well, I mean, he begged and begged and begged, and I was forced to comply. That's what he meant, I'm pretty sure. Looking for switches on the sides of columns as per usual. Also, I'm too lazy to change, so punch the pin keys. I wonder how much if I play Sigil like this. I'm probably actually gonna have the ammo starvation. Because I am usually way too lazy to use the chainsaw or fist especially. Alright, now this is pretty clear what this switch did. I wonder why they decided suddenly to start putting those hints in. Like by the end of the... What the fuck is this? The WOD. Ah, nice. Some squishing. I'm kind of tempted to just go back in there and try to squish all of them, but there's just I'm gonna be surrounded on all sides and it's not gonna be pleasant. Asshole, shoot at me! I guess he didn't really take that much damage. I remember when I thought the chain gun was really powerful in this SNES DooM, and I thought it was my only chance to kill these guys in episode 1. I don't know if I somehow missed all the rocket launchers. I couldn't have missed all the rocket launchers. Maybe I just didn't dare use the rocket launcher because it's so dangerous. You know, in the SNES DooM, I feel like the rocket launcher, like the rocket flies faster. It feels like the launch itself is slower, but it flies faster, so it has a much more oomph to it. Not just like boom and it goes, but like kind of like that, like you almost kind of charge and release it or something like that. And also I feel like the damage it does is way stronger, larger, and the splash is larger or something. It just feels way more dangerous in the SNES DooM. So I respect the SNES rocket launcher much more. There we go. Okay, actually kind of running out of shells almost. Ah! No, that was a really bad idea. Okay, I'm not gonna do that again. I was hoping to get him like halfway stuck under that thing So one half of him would be squished and the other half I would sew. But that didn't work out. I keep forgetting how much the sew pulls you. I hate it. But it makes sense. Without it, it probably would be kind of like Serious Sam Second Encounter chainsaw, which is safe. Mostly safe. Okay, I see you. Also, how do you even... Okay. That's weird. You would think it would be a trap again like that, but... You have to lower the lift by walking there.
Oh yeah, Antroid. This is the texture I thought of when you said brown texture.
Ah, these pipes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is kind of brown. Usually, when I guess it's just me, maybe my like internal thought process. But when this general color scheme, like the floor or these walls, I call it tan in Doom palettes. The brown is like that metal over or this metal. It's like darker for me, but appearances vary. It does make sense. Perceptions vary. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Huh. First of all, interesting place. Second of all, I'm surprised I was not viciously set upon by literally everyone here. Also, is it the comp fucking... or a carpet on the ceiling? I can't tell in this motion. Oh no, there's like fuck tons more of them. I think it's actually a carpet on the ceiling. Interesting. Ah! Well, I just rammed into that pressing use. That was actually an illusory wall. Yeah. I need to put back... Kipaka, do you remember in Shithahaya? In one of the early maps there was that place with the carpet on the ceiling, but it was actually like nailed into the ceiling with the actual nails on. That I put in there.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, well, I was thinking I need to put that in some other map because that got remade. Ah, there's an arrow. This arrow, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm looking at it wrong. No, it points me back.
Antroid, true Slav, putting carpets everywhere.
Yeah. I guess we don't really like... Carpets on the ceiling is the next level. Huh. What's the point of this arrow? Why does it point me backwards from the actual illusory wall and towards nothing? Huh. Well, fuck it. I got the key. Sounds like there's some survivors here and there, but... Might actually just be here. Yeah, these guys. Oh my god. Well... I kinda want the plasma. Not gonna lie. Also, what's up with these snake columns? They remind me of Pandemonium snake columns, but those were really weirdly shaped. These just have these weird, like, inclines on one side. Huh. Well, I guess I'll exchange some rockets for some plasma. Is it just me or cacodemons lost the ability to, like, float off of ledges? Or did they ever have it, actually? Maybe they never did have it, and when I thought I saw that, it was either a lie or just the Doom. And since I'm playing in Doom Strict, maybe it's restricting that.
Yeah, with all those source ports, we don't even know what is real Doom anymore.
Shit. Well, I guess like Chocolate and Crispy Doom probably still are the most faithful with these types of behaviors. I kinda want to know if cacodemons are supposed to be able to float off of ledges and whatnot. Oh, block muscle nice. Because I remember somewhere I was watching, I guess I was probably watching someone's blind playthrough of Doom or something. And I remember cacodemons not floating down from places. I don't know what port they were using though. Okay, I'm gonna try to understand. Okay, that actually looks like a teleporter in there. Or... okay. Yeah, it is a teleporter out, maybe. So I guess I didn't have to kill the cacodemons. I exchanged rockets for some more conventional ammunition. They sure love putting switches behind columns like this. Man, where is my health gun? What the fuck? That's kind of mean. Ugh. Ooh, secret. The quote Carol... No, that was Pooh actually, not Carol. Why would you do that to a human being? Okay, I'm gonna make sure there's no switches anywhere in here. Alright, I guess that's that. I'm gonna trust that there are no ambushes in here. Geronimo? Ah, stick to the ground. No, I actually mean that they, like, you know, well, float off ledges is exactly what I mean. Like, if one was there, it's supposed to be able to follow me in here. Yeah, Mini Spider always looked like either intestines or octopus tentacles to me as well. Stygian Grotto. You know what, fuck it, let's play one more map. I just checked how long the stream has been going so far and it was pretty short. Though depending on how much damaging walls there are in this level, I might be a bit more fast about it, because, you know, in the last one there was a lot of hesitation in me from all the lava and blood everywhere. Ah, but как I actually hit something? Might have been a Spectre. Okay, this is all blood splattered. Weird. This is one of my, like, one of the weirdest textures for me. The rocks with the blood pixels on them, because, like, why would anyone even consider making that? Like, who decided, yeah, you know what, we need a variation of this one with a couple blood pixels here and there. And none of the other textures have variations like that. Like, I guess there's like those pipes, the closest I can think of these pipes with, you know, and those kinds of textures have variations with the different liquids on the bottom. But the pipes also have a variation with like a lot of explosion scorch marks on them and stuff. And I'm pretty sure most of the other textures don't have that kind of like minor variation type alternatives. It's always something, a different sign on the wall or stuff like that instead. Those fucking rocks, man, though. That is something else.
Hey, Daniel.
Hello, Daniel. Okay, what up the chat? Ugh. Pixelated Total Chaos. What's pixelated Total Chaos? Okay, there's possibility for a blood tip over there, but it probably connects to this yet, and no point. I guess the vines probably are passed through still. No, they aren't. I mean, it's probably too tall to step on there. Back with chat. Now I'm turning into a Twitch streamer who just reads some of the messages out loud and doesn't actually respond in any meaningful way.
I think a lot of people do that.
I was thinking for some reason, like, there was one... I'm trying to think which one it is, but there was one that I remember. I always note how he did that. Yeah, I think it was probably one of the bigger ones, and probably not the Mario Maker, Mario World people. That's probably the biggest category of streamers that I've been watching, and not even streams, just, you know, YouTube highlight series. There's also this GTA 5 runner called like Dark Viper AU or something like that on YouTube. And
he's like world record holder, isn't he?
Somewhere,
or he was at some point.
in some categories, yes, he had world records at some point. But on YouTube he produces this video series that is pretty interesting. Actually, two video series. I started watching from the series just like 10 GTA 5 secrets that only speedrunners know. And that has like 10 episodes to it. and another which has like hundreds of episodes, How the Speedrun End. Basically he like highlights some of the minor fun stuff or stuff that went wrong during each of his attempts at a run, and why he didn't get a good time when he, like, you know, smashes into cars and the police spawns weirdly, and it's like mildly amusing. A good time kill. Well, I probably made the wrong choice by jumping out here. Also, I like this cave a lot. I would have liked the previous cave a bit more if they didn't use the weird, like, green tech-based texture on some of the walls. I'm gonna point it out when I return there. Because that one just is not hellish for me. I guess overall, if this hell was a bit more, like, I'm not gonna say uniformly textured, but outside of the Pandemonium XP level, I probably didn't even use the word XP correctly there, but whatever, probably the other way around. Pandemonium Inspire level, if it dropped all the even remotely tech-based textures, I would enjoy it more. Which is kind of hypocritical of me, because my hell and shit haha, I know I can't stop talking about shit haha, I'm sorry. My hell and shit haha is just like overwhelmingly tech-ish and tech-themed, and instead of these like medieval castles and whatnot.
Well, it's not like we ever get to play shit like I need a texture, instead of, you know, just searching the internet and or photoshopping something yourself.
I don't even know how it's done nowadays. I mean, these days probably textures by themselves are of no use to anyone. Probably people just use like meshes, assets and whatnot. Dang it, I wasted my suit, I didn't... This green texture behind the vines, you should be able to recognize it under there. It's the tech-based green with the slabs texture. Anyway, for all my attention paying, I actually don't remember where the red door was. Maybe I didn't get there. It might be here in the water. There's blue stuff. I didn't explore the water too much, I guess. Did I go in here? Oh. Oh, well, there's a giant red. I've just never saw this somehow. Oh well.
Be
Also,
back in a few minutes.
Yeah, while Hippo gets out, I'm gonna actually catch up with the chat a little bit, because people are talking about textures and shit. Cave of Blood on the ground. I don't think there was a cave of blood on the ground in Doom 1, but maybe amongst some of the discarded shit. Shown textures, because Shown Green asked for some silver textures. Shown, those are the... well, by context I'm guessing there's like the vertical gradient silver textures. According to this texture, rocks were made by St. Peterson because ASP perfects... Interesting. I know these rocks are actually not rocks or photograph of any sort of like stone blocks, but as far as I know they actually came from sort of the microscopic image of some sort of, well, structure material. Basically it's not just like regular sized rock blocks, it's a microscopic structure. I've seen it once in Doom World, I don't remember much more beyond that. Okay, I'm above that whole area. Well, let's see what this does. Also, this texture is kind of... I guess it could be anything, really. Yeah, fuck it. Okay, I see. Where were those places where I wanted to jump across? Was it here or those? Okay, maybe I can get there now. Another walking through vines, I hope no one's triggered. Man, the red bricks are probably one of my least favorite textures. They would be cooler if the red palette was not so fucked up. For some reason every place with the red bricks just feels like the same place to me now. Maybe it's this wood again, but fuck, what the... I guess I telefragged someone. I briefly thought that I accidentally... Like, I had accidentally pressed no clip and I went into a home zone. Yeah, some textures probably are hand-drawn and probably traced from like more high-res scans of pencil drawings. I feel like some at least are like that. And some are just hand-drawn. I imagine like most of them are actually hand-drawn and not photographs. Like the dirt, all the variations of dirt seem way too regular. Though it might be, I don't know how much effort it would be to pencil draw this kind of gravel bullshit. The vines are probably hand drawn. Star textures made by company. Do you mean IRL or in universe? Probably not in universe, but why would the company make textures? I always assumed the star was just because it's like starport textures, futuristic. I don't know. Yeah, no, okay, fuck off. How are there still cacodemon balls flying out of that? Okay, I officially don't understand how this can be not shoot through a ball, but cacodemon ball fly through a ball. What the fuck? Bot assets, that doesn't seem like 90s game making. I guess they got even the sounds. I'm pretty sure the sounds are from free libraries. I don't know where you heard about the company with the star in their name, but that is one thing I'm not gonna just trust blindly, and I'm gonna stick, unless presented with evidence, I'm gonna stick by my belief that they come from the word starport or something like that for now. Because it's kind of hard to believe actually that there's some sort of company with a star in their name that they made textures that DooM took. I can imagine stock sounds, but I hardly think they would just take some type of stock texture when they had artists and all these other textures. You know, when you go so far as to photograph a dude's hairy arm, make a texture out of that. I guess some pictures were just taken from the internet and used as base for textures, but I'm not sure they would name it after the source of where they got the textures. Because like this, obviously they didn't have a microscope to photograph whatever this is. And for example, like the sky of episode 1 is from some China photograph. But they didn't name it the episode 1 sky like China 01 or anything like that. Okay, well this is dangerous. Okay, fuck you, and whoo! That is a 20 damage lava, and I didn't get the other medkit somehow. Okay, I'm now officially scared for my life. Shit. Well, I guess that helps. That one place, if it hadn't opened, that one place where you go like through here or through that other place, wasn't it a secret? I don't remember. Basically what I said, I like this cave, but then all the walls opened and I said it was a nightmare. That place was cool before it opened and fit the name Stygian Grotto. Now there is no real grotto. Stygian, as far as I know, usually just implies a deep pit of some sort. Though I'm not sure why. The closest word that I can think of it could have originated from would be like the river Styx or some shit. And the river Styx, I don't think it... Styx by itself is the name of the underworld in any way. Oh, fuck me. Well, at least it's not chain gunners. Okay, I'm gonna block off one of these teleporters, thank you very much. Shit. You know what now? The doors are locked. The doors are locked. The door's stuck. Shit, well. Luckily I saved. Wow, that's nasty. Alright, well, I guess I ain't going into any fucking walls that... Fuck! That's one of them walls. Okay, I guess I'm hiding here then. Additional usefulness of the secret. Always good. Man, I'm gonna have all the chain gun ammo after this. Though I should waste some shotgun shells as well. Because I remember there was a box of them somewhere around here. And how many zombie men can you even put in ambush? Before it becomes a slaughter map. I feel like vanilla Doom would start disappearing sprites at this point. Man, I keep not picking up all the medkits. It's not the medkits being scarce so much as me being bad. Because in that acid place back there, I also missed one medkit. Wonder when this guy appeared here. Probably part of the same ambush. Pretty sure he wasn't originally there. Okay,
The only thing I know about textures is that some texture is a photograph of someone's hairy arm.
yeah, I brought that up earlier.
Well, I just came back, so I didn't hear it.
This rock texture is like a microscopic picture of something and not actual rocks. Well, I mean, it might be microscopic picture of rocks, but it's like super zoomed in, enhanced CSI kind of picture and not just a photograph of some cinder blocks or some shit. Okay, blue bars. Blue bars. Where might there have been blue bars? Wasn't there some in the water? And where was the water again? This is... Oh. Never used the suit, did I? Well, good. I guess now I probably don't need to anymore. If I was smart... I mean, I guess it's not really smartness to remember that suit in the middle of nowhere, but I could use it for the acid. Because that acid was like 20 health. Take away. Actually, I could honestly, I could use this. Let me go back there. How did I get back up there? Was it through here? Yeah, probably through here. I'm gonna go see if I've killed everyone in the acid room. And I'm gonna use the seal to get the medkit that's in here. Because I don't imagine that seal is gonna be much use for the rest of the level. Because it was accessible from the start and I imagine I was meant to use it by this point. But I will, now that everyone's dead, I will have some time with it. Plus the blue bars still. Okay, that's water. And that's the suit. Whew, no ambushes, please. I'm even gonna strafe run. Woo. I don't remember, it's called like wall running, I guess. I don't know what SR, I keep forgetting what SR50 and SR whatever is, even though I've seen multiple speedrun themed videos that explain it. But
well, there is strafe run, that is just strafe run.
Oh, the one when you also like hold the strafe key and then whatever.
Yes, that's the faster one, but I don't remember which one is 50 and which one is...
I also don't remember how to do it. It's like the strafe jumping in Quake, which I absolutely detest. And I kinda actually, like many people, competitive players, that... What's the English analog for the Russian word zadrachi? Practice enough some competitive game where they actually understand the like weird glitches in the code and the movement and whatnot, and use them to their advantage. Obviously they will like mechanics like that, but I always feel like if a game has that and that's how you attract your competitive players, is that you should patch out those glitches and add additional intentional mechanics that they would have to master to be better. At least then the intentional mechanics would make some sort of fucking sense, and we would be able to have tutorials on the basic idea, because strafe running, like, I understand, I've seen so many tutorials about Quake strafe running and I still cannot fucking do it properly. And I probably never will. Because I am not that big of a competitive player, I don't play that much, and when I play I never use it. Honestly, because like I am not doing map control and item control. And without it, I don't really know if there's any reason to run like 5% faster in Quake Champions, for example. Anyway, hiding this person. I'm pretty sure Mini Spider in one of my Doom 2 in name only levels, I hit that limit of disappearing sprites and I had to reduce some monster population, and I never used that many monsters. Must have been in the chasm because I don't think the Living End had that many monsters. Anyway, imagine this is the end. This is not the end. Fuck! I don't even have the BFG yet, interestingly enough. Alright, well, I guess I might have wasted that invulnerability. But if we've got invulnerability, I'm gonna use rockets. That's my overall philosophy. I have to keep remembering that Doom 1 does have pain elementals. Because every time I see Lost Souls, I get like more nervous than I should be about Lost Souls. Did the water lower in here? Or did just a bunch of monster closets open? Water might have lowered, yeah. And this
How
might
do
be
you
good.
think all these spheres work? Does like Doom guy just touch them or eat them or what?
I always thought it was just like absorption. Like, I'm trying to think of anything like this, but I can't on the top of my head, even though I'm pretty sure there was some, either some like TV shows, cartoon probably, where you'd have like people not even grab it, but like you slide your hand under it and it just kind of hovers above your hand, and then you just kind of push it into your heart or something like that, and it just kind of gets absorbed.
That sounds anime as fuck.
Yeah, sounds a bit anime, but might have been in, I don't know, I don't think it would have been in the Mortal Kombat cartoon, but I can't think of anything else that I might have watched. It had magic in it and magic balls. But yeah, whatever. I guess I've got all the ammo and stuff from here. Let's find a teleport again. It was opposite the entrance. Well, I hope there was no secret exit in here. I'm missing one secret. Doesn't look like any... you know what? I'll check out that river real quick. No. Shit, well. There might still be medkits in that place. No, I don't think this goes anywhere. Oh, it's even invisible wall though. Well, I don't know where the last secret is, but for no reason at all, I'm assuming, since I can't see any secret unreached places on the map, it's probably not gonna be a secret exit. Whatever. So, alright, Dark Domain. Ooh, M7 with this music. I need to have full strength when I am about to start appreciating this level. Alright, so I guess now I'm gonna just go through some of that other stuff that I wanted, which is... Let me see, I hope OBS picks up other words in Doom. Let's see how it works. Am I using... Okay, I'm using window capture. For Hipaket I'm using, of course, display streaming, but for OBS I'm using window capture. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly... Give me a sec, I'm gonna find out what the hell that word might have been named, because I have absolutely no idea what I might have named that word.
Hey, Hazmat.
Wow, Hazmat, you are... We're already stopping almost. I just wanted to show some of the stuff that I from shooting high in other places. You know what? I might have an idea. Okay, let me... No. Yeah. I could... Oh, space-time maybe? Oh, space-time, yeah, space-time. It could be space-time. Let me see. SPC time. Should be it. Let's try to launch it with Doom 1 and see what happens and if OBS actually grabs it. I can't tell because OBS kind of... Okay, yeah, he's grabbing it. Okay, so I don't remember which map it is or anything. It honestly might not even be in this one. Oh, it might be Doom 2 still. You know what? It might be. I launched it with Doom. How do you Ah, I'm not sure how to select the IWOD, interestingly enough, in ZDL anymore. My IWOD list just says, I guess you just pick one. Like, let's see what's gonna happen here. Yeah, Hazmati, that's how I did with my previous Doom. Off-schedule Doom. What the fuck is this? I guess I did this as well, but it's not what I was thinking of. Hey, check out these textures I made and never used in any capacity.
They actually look like nice textures.
I think they are all actually 3ds Max renders. Yeah, I remember. I'm starting to remember this. I guess this is I was trying to put more work into some sort of abstract space station. Okay, let me see if I can find command line. Who the fuck is gonna use command line? I'm using ZDL. No, okay, Mini Spider. I already mentioned that it's 3ds Max render textures. Okay, let me quickly. Spacetime is not it. Is there any sort of birthday named what? Because I feel like I might have started a war trying to make it for somebody's birthday or some shit. You know what? How about I just where is my display? I don't think. Okay, hypocrite quickly. Nothing on my desktop here that's in any way compromising, I think, right? Let me just put display capture 1 in OBS. Is it capturing properties? Okay, now it's capturing. Hi. Let's see if there's anything. No, there is nothing in here. Well, that was the only reason I actually switched to display capture. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna open stuff with Doom Builder and see if there's... Maybe there's more maps in spacetime? No, there's no more maps in spacetime. Shit. Ha! It's interesting that I absolutely have no memory how I might have even named the word. How do I even find it at this point? It's nothing even that... BD? Oh, BD job probably. I don't know what BD is. But BD job might be it. Okay, yeah, that's the one. Windows 10, yes. Oh shit. Castlevania Sam, yeah, let's run it with Castlevania Simon's Destiny. Ultimate... Oh my gosh! Since it's M1, E1, M1. I wonder which GZ DOM. It should be the same GZ DOM that I have. Okay, this one. Is it showing? Yeah, okay, OBS is capturing this. So, if in that place, in which level was it? Was it the weird, Unholy Citadel, or was it the level before that, which I don't remember the name of now? The one with all the fleshy maze, where I said I had a place like that somewhere in this random level that I started and never went anywhere. But it was all textured. Weird ventilation squares on the ceiling and shit. Okay, this goes nowhere. I think this is actually some sort of weird acid pipe zone. Because you know me, I fucking love acid. No idea what the fuck this is. I guess you come up here, jump across here. This is kind of shit. And climb that. It's really shitty progression. Okay, let me go find that zone. It should be... Also, somehow you're supposed to be able to get up there. Maybe that's through the place I'm looking for. Yeah, well, not my favorite song. My favorite song is this one. But that one is also really good. So this is like a really abstract... I guess this was mostly inspired by stuff like Marathon. It's just really abstract innards of some sort of spaceship area. And for some reason just this... I guess it's kind of shaped in similar ways, like these curved passageways between larger rooms. Really could mistake this for that place just retextured with the flesh and shit, but these cubes are blocking my way. I don't remember how this place works. Let me figure it out real quick, just for posterity. If I'm showing this, I might as well show the entirety of the level. And I mean, you've seen in Doom World, in Doom Builder, that this level is pretty small, so it's not like there's much. But if I just... I mean, I'm never gonna finish it. What the hell does that do? Wait, what? Oh, so that's a weird switch, it lowers this for no reason. This switch lowers this for no reason, I guess. And this switch actually lowers the lift. Okay, yeah. It's a puzzle, guys. And that's another of the 3 lifts. Does it go back here? Yeah, it goes back here, but also through. Oh, dang it. I think I'm fucked. Yeah, on this puzzle, it's one of my favorite types of puzzles, where you like have to press the switches in a weird order to have time to run. Like this one you press first so that you have time. Oh shit. You have the time after pressing the other switch and you don't have to wait for the lift to go up. And I fucked it up, okay. This. Rise up on this. Go down here. Okay, that's the puzzle, there we go. This weird ass room as well. Kinda like it. I might, you know what, I'm just, now that I moved shit haha to this level of abstraction, I might just steal this whole level for shit haha. This lowers the cube, and the other cube here as well, which is a secret, I believe, yes. Man, I'm totally putting this in Shinhaha. I actually kind of like this, even though it's really simple. Really, actually, probably still more simple than Shinhaha is, but for some reason I'm just... It clicks with me. Okay, so that opened this and raised this somehow at the same time, or... I'm not sure what did what, but whatever. Yes, Hazmati, this is... I just... You know, there was a part in one of the levels that we played today in Lunar Catastrophe that reminded me of this place, so that's why I wanted to show this. I guess that probably did something. Oh, I remember now. I think that opened this, but whatever activated this perpetual lift, I think might have activated this platform, yes, in the middle between this shit. So, in this way you can get on the opposite side of this big hallway. Here. I don't remember most of this. This goes back to... Yeah, this goes here where you jump across. I'm gonna wait on that. And I'm guessing this lowers this, which you'd think like, hey, it's the only reason this button exists. But I think it actually also, yeah, opens that, but you need to time it well with the lift. It could work probably in vanilla chain gunner. I'm not sure which mode. We'll look in Doom Builder after I'm done showing it. Okay, so it goes in here, the blue door. And I think this room defeated me, because I had a place, like I had a room in my head, and I just was not able to visualize it at all. I guess it was like a cross between some sort of just lobby of a sci-fi building and like the bridge from Star Trek or some shit like that, I don't know. I don't remember it exactly, but I remember this room was the one where I gave up on this, because I just could not make this look like I wanted. And I'm kind of really bad at that as well. And also now there's no way out, because, you know, the secret closed behind me. And apparently I never actually tagged it as a secret when I ran through it. Anyway. Star Trek, well, yes, I mean, yeah, sure, if you want. But yeah, I don't think this was meant to be for any sort of Z-Doom. Okay, and this is the last place here. You can drop into the acid, and this is like a really shitty jump that is only barely possible. I guess you could probably do it easier with strafe running, but good luck diagonal like this without a run up. But it's kind of possible, and I don't remember where this goes. It goes nowhere, literally just to get yourself some suits so you can actually properly dive into the acid. And let me see. Yeah, this just ends, so that's the level. Let's see. Open. I guess it probably was intended for vanilla. I can assure you, I was testing it in Z-Doom and not in Chocolate. But it doesn't look like any here would break the Visplane limit or anything like that. and it's the actions, non-standard actions are not available. What the fuck is this? Huh? What are all these sectors? Is it one of my gather noise from the whole map thing, or what? Alternatively, it could be considering I think these are all block sound, right? Yeah, okay, since these are all block sound, this is one of those sectors I described how I did like making sure that there are monsters outside the map that hear you definitely, because in some places, like if you just put one sector, connect one sector, you're never, I mean, sometimes I guess you can be kind of sure that the player will shoot there, but it's never guaranteed. But in this way you can join a fuck ton of sectors from the entire map, and it really increases the probability of the player shooting, and then the sound gets to the middle sector that connects them all. It cannot get into any other sector because it would have to cross 2 block sound lines, but from this middle sector it could get into the monster room somewhere. Well, Hazmati sectors are just literally part of the level, like a shape that has its own properties of height of the floor, height of the ceiling. If we go into 3D view, for example, every time I like point at a ceiling or a floor, everything that's highlighted yellow is one sector. And so sector properties, you see ceiling height, ceiling floor textures, lighting, tag, and special. Special is like it hurts you, the light glows, and tag is for scripting stuff. And so basically like levels are made out of sectors like this. And if you hear about line deaths, it's the lines that make everything, which can trigger stuff if you cross it, if you shoot through it, if you press on them. Alternatively, just hold textures and stuff like that. So that's pretty much the basics. What did I want? I wanted to show the two places I use fire blue, I guess. So this is the old map 1 here for Shithaha. This is the place that it was here, I think, was this place, and this is the art secret that I mentioned before. Yeah, it has much sectors can be any size. Like here, this whole thing is a sector. It's like a background thing. It's not spoiler since this map is now removed from Shithaha. But this whole floor, there's no reason to have it multiple sectors. This whole thing is a sector. But also, for example, you know the auto contrast, right? Where like perfectly horizontal, perfectly vertical lines, I guess vertical and horizontal from the top down, they are lit differently. And to emulate that with diagonal lines, you would make these tiny ass sectors that are just different brightness and whatnot. Oh yeah, Chain Gunner, that was probably in the trailer, right? And I wager the 3D camera even started here. Though in the trailer it was kind of older, I think. Let me navigate there. In the trailer that place was older and less developed. It's kind of a shame I still throw it out, but I might steal it for map 03. At least partially. In the trailer I think you emerge from like this door, and yeah, it causes these like random, it's one of my, hey, wacky surreal shit. Just random spires of switch textures sinking into the ground for no reason. Yeah, I might remove that. And yeah, in the trailer I don't remember how old this was, but I added some height variation on the cliffs, and I added floating bits of cliffs in here and stuff. But yeah, okay, so fire blue, fire blue, fire blue. The starting sequence where you like, okay, so the story in Shithaha starts the same as in Doom 1, right? You just get sent somewhere, though the somewhere is different. Not like Phobos or anything, or Mars. Actually, it's not quite the original Doom. In Shithaha you get sent as a group of like 3 or 5 or some type of squad of Marines. You get sent to wherever this is, where the USC bases are established. Which I know where it is, but I don't remember if it's actually ever told. And so the beginning here is like during the teleportation, as you are teleporting, these are like fragments of things that happen to you right before you teleported. So this is you in the like freaking army truck, in the back of an army truck of some sort, with your body is just traveling. This is in the office of the boss who like briefed you on stuff. This is a passage, a corridor down into the basement where the teleporter is. And this is the room with the teleporter. And this is just nothing for some reason, and now you are here. So that's the fire blue. You might have noticed the background of all the fucked up shit was fire blue. Also, I showed people... Which map number is this? I need map 20. I showed people this for the elevator, right? You probably folks should remember my fucked up crazy elevator. But this place has some of those parts, but unfucked. So the boss's office unfucked version is here. And the passageway to the teleporter should be down through this. This is unfinished, of course. But this is that place, the little staircase, unfucked. And the teleporter room is the least recognizable because it's actually really large. And there's a teleporter here. I'm thinking of putting a secret exit in here. It's like 4th episode, Doom 2. But I'm thinking of putting a secret exit here where you can activate this teleporter and go back to whichever hell place the first 3 episodes take place in. And go through like a twice remix of some places from that. Yeah, it's a Star Fox. Star Fox 64. It's the same. You might have already remarked on this because I showed this level before. It's like Sector X or Sector Y, I think, from Star Fox 64. I think that's just I'm going from memory from the song names on vgmusic.com. Because I have not played enough of Star Fox 64 to remember this. Okay, Fire Blue. The other Fire Blue is in this level. And this place, the beginning place, Hippycat might remember because there's like fuck tons of zombies. But I keep thinking of recutting this level because parts of it I like, parts of it I don't like. So that beginning place I might cut out. This canyon here I'm probably still gonna keep, but I might remove all the zombies in here. You can see all the blood splatters and shit. Because yeah, this level is the first level of an episode and it's way too long, way too fucking large. And most part that I like is like this section here. This part is the stuff that I like. And a lot of parts here I will probably cut up somehow. But the Fire Blue, I posted screenshot a GIF on Doom World once of this area. It should be working. Yeah. This is actually kind of a cool effect. So there's like a weird stones. This level is called normally quarry. So they're digging up like artifacts and shit. And these like columns, pillars, whatever, and they have teleporters. I spent a day or a couple days maybe making this work and look exactly like I want. Let's see if it actually screws up. Yeah, I need to get deeper in there. Let's see if it fucks up if I'm... This inside should damage you, so you are misincentivized. Okay, it's kind of glitchy home me here. I wonder if I can fix it or if I should even bother fixing this home here. I'll see what I can do. But basically it's like opening portals, and it looks kind of cool when you run through because of how the Fire Blue does not move as you run, but where you run into zooms in on you, and like this transition looks kind of cool in my opinion, where we run through this to the other place. But that's my other Fire Blue, and I don't remember any other Fire Blues so far in shit haha, so there's that. Okay, that's enough spoilers for you. I still hold on to the hope that I will someday release this, so you know. Oh, and hey, this part, so hey, I started talking about this, mentioning this, so this is the old map 01, this is the part of the remade map 01 that was here, that I remade, I probably will not reuse. And this part was like, okay, when I was making this part was adjacent, you can see this like tunnel, it was connected to here, and I was having trouble, like the flow of the level was really weird, because there's a key door here, and after the key door, it always feels like whatever's after the key door, unless you've already seen other key doors, it always feels stacked on, right? So, how do I... Basically, if you don't know any future key doors coming, you expect the level to end, right? And when you pass through all the checkpoints and you don't have any other challenges or obstacles that you already know of unsolved, and suddenly you're presented with like the other half of the level. I think the original Dooms did that a bunch of times, but when I do it, I always feel like already whatever half of the level is after the door at that point feels tacked on. I feel like I brought it up in the Doom 2 the way it did playthrough once or twice. One of the early levels, there was like 3 key doors, and after the yellow key door, or whatever the third key door was, there was just like still a bunch of level left, and I think I like complained that, okay, this feels like it shouldn't even be here. So scrolling 4. Well, I mean, that's an interesting idea, but I am against, in Shithaha, I am against exposing the player to visible scrolling floors. I might just do some bullshit trickery behind the portals so that there's not actually like a wall and like a one-sided line deaf into nothingness there, and maybe like something that would extend up some sort of sector that you can see into inside of the home. So yeah, anyway, I was making this part after this here, and it really started feeling like it was tacked on, so I cut it out, I put it into map 2, and I just tacked on this part instead here, and this is the exit. So map 2, you will, I think it's rotated 90 degrees for some reason in there. Yeah, this cave and this little room, that's map 2, and this is the old map 2 here. Hey, this is the carpet place. Oh, this is the room I stopped so far on. Where is the carpet place? I'm gonna show the carpet place and we're gonna end the stream. Just because I brought this up during the stream, where the ceiling was textured with the blue carpet somewhere. Where the bloody hell is that place? Over here, through here. So I have this random room with a bunch of carpets, and one of them is on a wall, and you see the nails that are holding it. One of them is on the ceiling, and you also see the nails, and the part here without the nails is kind of hanging down a little bit. And 64 expansion pack looking thingy. Which red room? Where? It's too late. The only reddish room I can think of was like this. This was not quite a red room. Pac-Man maze from the Doom World screenshot. Which one? You mean this, or did I post this in the Doom World screenshots at any point? I don't remember it. I'm just gonna give Chin Gunner time to answer if this is the one that he's thinking of. I can't think of which part of it I would actually screenshot, because none of it's impressive looking, it's just passably alright looking. I'm gonna fly around in case I see another Pac-Man maze. No, there are no Pac-Man mazes I can think of. Huh, interesting. Maybe the marine in the box or something? Yeah, whatever. Oh, why did I do that? What the fuck? Why would I post a Doom Builder view of this part of the map? Diagonal, orthogonal maze. Weird. I guess I posted more screenshots to Doom World than I thought. I only remember a couple GIFs, honestly. But yeah, anyway, so hopefully if the authors of Lunar Catastrophe watch this, they are not too annoyed that like 20 minutes of this is not Lunar Catastrophe, but this happens all the time, and I'm sorry, but
They're gonna steal all your ideas for the next
oh
one.
shit. Oh shit. Well, you know, if it means these ideas will see the light of day, maybe that's not too bad. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Sorry Hazmati that you tuned in a bit late, but whatever. And see you next time, maybe on Friday, unless I do some before, but probably not. Friday, what's gonna be Fridays? Probably Witcher, honestly. So yeah, goodbye.